Right, so I just got done watching the fifth episode of the Spider-Man 2017 Marvel reboot. What has I been doing? Oh, my super Spidey soldiers, super fans, how we doing? This episode I believe was called "The Life of the Party," something along those lines. Pull it up here quick. So this episode centers around like all the plot threads that I've been talking about from these previous episodes have kind of culminated. You have Norman Osborn's interacting with Uncle Raymond, and sort of the this guy Alexi. I thought it was Flash Thompson. I referenced my last review, but it's not. It's this kid named Alexi, who I think is like the name of the person who normally is the Rhino, but the Rhino is generally sort of more of a Russian criminal assault rifle kind of FPS Russia sort of type. Who would have thought that FPS Russia was something that would come across my mind? Just pull up what this episode was called real quick. Party Animals, that's what it was called. So yeah, Spider-Man stops another one of these spider slayers, which was the purple and green things that keep showing up. These things are sort of it's revealed that these things are being controlled by Norman Osborn and and Norman Osborn's peon being this little Smythe kid that's been sort of snickering in the background of the majority of these episodes. Um, and so we see the Spidey sense. Another thing I've noticed about the series is the Spidey sense is incredibly underused. Um, but this episode kicks off with Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn's kid, has been cleared of all the charges that have been looming over his head for these episodes, and he's now welcome back at the academy. At the what is it called? What was it called? Horizon High. He's welcome back at Horizon High, and just all these ongoing plot lines are finally coming together. He's cleared of his charges. They decide they'll have a dance to celebrate. Ooh hoo hoo! And they don't even do the like who's going to invite who to the dance thing, which I thought was interesting. Um, they just have a dance, and that's that. Um, so yeah, we see Norman and Raymond team up, coming together, and the whole nepotism thing. Norman's pressuring Harry into continuing to attend Osborn Academy, but and Harry does choose to follow his father's sort of advice and stick with it. Um, so yeah, basically this Alexi kid from what happened last episode turns into the Rhino and terrorizes the shit out of this dance. Everybody's in jeopardy. All these science kids team up together, Peter Parker included, and figure out this Rhino guy, how to deal with them. They find the antidote. Everything is revealed, which I found was really nice. Basically, Gwen finds out that what was I gonna say? Gwen finds out that her uncle was the Jackal this entire time, and she's pretty disappointed. And Peter, helps her figure that out because he's like, my Uncle Ben one day, this, that, and this. Great power, great responsibility. Um, he gets arrested for allegedly experimenting on teenagers. I mean, I guess how this plot line will affect Gwen Stacy's character going forward could be kind of fun. Her having no figure in her life and maybe feeling like she needs to do good and follow in the footsteps of someone like Spider-Man. In this episode, she refers to Peter Parker as an important friend, even though there's no true established chemistry or friendship between them. Um, uh, I'm really hoping that man, I can't know, I'm gonna go back. The emphasis on super science and everything, every plot line, every villain, every character, everything comes back to super science, mutation, DNA, experimenting, math, equations, Einstein. It always comes back to that. Always comes back. Every 2 minutes, there's something hammering, reminding you that almost everyone in this show is incredibly intelligent and capable of math and science and geek and nerd stuff. And it's just frustrating. Um, and the whole Harry Osborn rich kid thing, just having to go through this as the first arc of every Spider-Man story, is really annoying. Um, but they're handling it just as good as you can, I suppose. Um, he says, oh, I guess we can't work together as scientists. Oh, it's so good to work together. And he says, oh, all we were really ever good at was being best friends, bro. Me and Peter, Harry and Peter, best friends, bro. Psh. And he's like, yeah, I guess I'm getting really good at being Spider-Man too. I guess that's fun. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this show because, like, again, the spoiler of Spider Gwen and all that shit. I'm looking forward to that. That just seems like really taking it to the next level. Um, at least just going into uncharted territory. Uh, yeah, this episode was bad. It was pretty bad. It was pretty boring. I'm glad that they actually took because like last review I talked about how all of this foreshadowing and stuff was kind of frustrating because it was just like basically nothing was actually happening, but they actually just brought it all in here and concluded most of it. There's still the looming sort of Norman Osborn, Osborn Corp, Osborn Academy sort of thing that's going to probably end up creating some kind of grander story arc finale where one of them dons a costume and fights Spider-Man and all that. The lack of true motivation for all of these villains thus far is kind of irritating. The whole nepotism storyline is annoying. Um, Aunt May telling Peter Parker to find his rhythm was really annoying. I could tell really that they're really trying to make this guy like Tom Holland from this. Oh, another thing I noticed was in his closet he has a little score sheet of how many times Spider-Man's won and lost, and he's had more losses, which I thought was weird. I guess your definition of losses really depends. With that, this was a piece of shit episode, but I'm gonna keep watching it. Thanks for watching. Is it still going? Is it still going? Fan this video? Okay.